We're following breaking news just into our newsroom minutes ago. Nikolai Mew has been convicted on all counts connected to the Apple River stabbing that left one teenager dead and 4 others hurt. This is the moment the verdict was announced.
As to count 1 of the information, Isaac Schumann, the jury finds Nikolai Mew guilty of first-degree reckless homicide as submitted.
Mew was originally charged with first-degree intentional homicide, among others. But within the past hour, jurors found him guilty of first-degree reckless homicide in the death of 17-year-old Isaac Schumann. The other counts linked to the 4 other stabbings were downgraded to first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a weapon.
Nick wanted to take the lead on that, and so he continues to feel those feelings. He's sad, obviously disappointed in the result, and contemplating his future life.
And of course, our crews are at the courthouse right now. We'll have more on the reaction to this case beginning tonight at 4 and on all of our social platforms. Well, today we know more about the breaking news situation we first brought you yesterday on KARE 11 News at noon. We're continuing to follow the story after 2 officers were hurt and a gunman was killed. Michelle Beck has what we know so far.
We're getting an up-close view at the home that drew a massive police response yesterday. There's damage everywhere, really starting with the mailbox. And look over there, the window completely shattered. And over to its right, the front door also damaged, extensive damage to that as well. It started when law enforcement was out here to serve a warrant. That's when one Hennepin County deputy was shot and another was hurt by gunfire. We know they are 8 and 21-year veterans of the force. Officials also say an armed suspect died. As you can imagine, this hits close to home for local first responders, including the sheriff, who yesterday got personal and emotional.
This has got to stop. Every single day, first responders are rushing to help others, helping to keep our communities safe. They do not deserve to be threatened. They do not deserve to be assaulted. They do not deserve to be killed for doing their job of trying to keep the community safe.
Officials have previously told us that both the hurt deputies are expected to be okay. Meanwhile, an officer here on scene told us that more details have to come from top officials. We are working to learn more. In Minnetonka, Michelle Beck, KARE 11 News.
Well, this is at least the 3rd time officers have been shot in the metro since the shooting in Burnsville that left 2 officers and a firefighter paramedic dead. The BCA says while most categories of violent crime are down from pre-pandemic highs, assaults on officers are up. In 2019, there were about 400 violent assaults on Minnesota police officers. In 2023, that rose to more than 900. From law enforcement, their message is pretty clear. This has to stop. Well, this story, of course, is still developing, and we will share the latest updates on air and on our KARE 11 website and social media pages. Well, we're taking a live look at the nation's capital, where lawmakers are considering a bill that would renew funding for affordable connectivity program. Next month, your internet bill could go up $16 to $40. That's because government subsidies funding the program used by nearly 23 million Americans will run out. Now, some lawmakers are pushing to fund the program again. A bipartisan bill in the Senate is getting new support, but it's unclear if a vote will be brought up in the House. In preparation, the FCC has created a regulation requiring internet providers to show plan details and fees in a similar format to nutrition labels. Well, back at home, in less than 4 hours, the first puck drops at the Eggs for the Frozen Four tournament. First up is Boston University taking on Denver at 4 p.m. Then at 7:30, Boston College will face off against Michigan. The winners of those 2 games advance to the championship. That's this Saturday at 5 p.m. Well,